The Egenoid Star Marines are or were an obscure faction in the Metroid Universe. They are mentioned only once in a single space pirate data log found in the Phazon mines of Tallon 4. They were apparently the victims of space pirate theft, as the pirates mentioned quote-unquote acquiring a number of their plasma artillery cannons. To add insult to injury, the pirates, who then used these cannons for their elite pirate experimentees, also mocked their victims for their seeming lack of resourcefulness, as the weapons in question were described as being uselessly sitting in a warehouse. As an interesting side note, the root word for Egenoid, being egen, is Norwegian for either dedicated, separate, or own, the lattermost being the most interesting as they were the ones who were the owners of the plasma artillery cannons. That is all that is really known about the ESM, but what if there is more to them than meets the eye? What else can be surmised about them? Well, for starters, it would seem that since the plasma artillery cannons, or PACs as we'll call them from here on out, were specifically used for the subjects of the Elite Pirate program, we can reasonably conclude that the ESM worked for Ravenbeak, as it was Ravenbeak himself who gave the space pirates the Phazon cannon in the first place, the same Phazon cannon that shot down that one Leviathan seed. Normally this would have proven futile given how races such as the Luminoth were powerless against such a meteor, but fortunately for the space pirates, their leadership still included the likes of Meta Ridley on planets such as the pirate homeworld even as early as Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, so we can also further ascertain that the pirates were not backed into a corner at that time and wouldn't be until Prime 3 Corruption or Super Metroid. In the case of the former, the power struggle therein resulting in those still distrusting Dark Samus finally resolved itself when the pirates succumbed to the Phazon sickness, or hyper sickness as it is sometimes called, wherein the Phazon host becomes either one with Dark Samus or becomes an echo of Dark Samus, the Phazon within in either case literally eating its host alive, which is definitely not the same thing as Dark Samus actually possessing the pirates. This is where Weevil comes into play as well, as the pirates clearly had nowhere else to run after the events of Corruption except for Zebes. In conclusion, the true identity of Sylux is Anthony Higgs.